Hi, I am Dr. K. Sai Prasad Reddy. Welcome to the subject software testing. Today we are going to discuss about usability testing, recovery testing, security testing. What are these three? These three are the types of testings. Usability testing is one type of testing, recovery testing is one type of testing, security testing is one type of testing. So when these three types of testings will be done during this system testing, that means usability testing, the recovery testing and the security testing are the part of a system testing. So as these three are the parts of the system testing, the software test engineers are responsible for these three types of testings. Clear? Now we will discuss each and every type of testing. Usability testing. The picture itself gives you the explanation about usability testing. That means here there are two words, usability and testing. Usability. What it means? See, every software has to be designed and developed in such a way that the application should be usable, that the user should be able to use that application effectively, efficiently, satisfactorily, accurately. Then only that application is designed according to the end user's usability. That is called usability testing. That means even small kids also should be able to use that application effectively, efficiently and satisfaction. Right? This type of testing is called a usability testing. That means the software test engineers, during the usability testing, the software test engineers are supposed to focus on the different aspects in the usability testing. See, we will discuss. So, what do you mean by usability? See, the effectiveness, efficiency and satisfaction with which the specified users achieve specified goals in a particular environment. This is called usability testing. Right? This is the definition of usability testing. That means the specified users or the end users should be able to use that application effectively, efficiently and satisfactorily. And a usable product allows the users to do what they expect and should be able to do quickly, accurately and enjoyably. See, while the users are using the application should be designed and developed in such a way that the end users should be able to use that application quickly without any ambiguity. That is, without any confusion. That means by looking into the screen, the end user should be able to choose the particular options, right? And accurately and enjoyably. See, this is nothing but usability testing. So for this usability testing, the software testing team has to design the test cases. In very big companies, this for the usability testing, they will have the separate setup, right? So this is usability testing. The next is recovery testing. Recovery testing is also a part of a system testing. The software test engineers are supposed to do this recovery testing. So the picture itself just explains what do you mean with the recovery, right? See, for example, you are using the application. Say here, I will take this MS Word, Microsoft Word is an example. Now you are using that Microsoft Word. You are preparing your some profile. You are preparing profile. Profile means your resume, right? So while preparing your profile, suddenly the system has crashed. Your computer has crashed due to some reason, whatever the reason it may be. Now, once it is crashed, that means the system is forcibly, the system is, your computer has shut down due to some reason. Now what you will do? Again, you will switch on your computer and you will open your file, resume file. Once you open the file, in the left pane of this Word, it will show you the option, right? So automatically recover or something. That is called recovery. That means where you have stopped, at what point the system, while preparing your resume, at what point the system has crashed. Once you start that application, as soon as the application starts, immediately the point where you have lost that integrity, that means at which point that the system has crashed, should be able to recover, and your operation should start from that point itself. That is called recovery testing. For example, just you have opened one website and you are going to that website. Suddenly the system has crashed. System means your computer has crashed, and you will restart that computer, and again you will open that browser, and immediately the notification will be given that the system will show you the notification. It is not properly shut down, or it is not properly closed. Do you want to resume? If you say yes, then that system, that application will open, that application will get open, and in the page at which the system has crashed. That is called recovery testing. Clear? Now see here. Recovery testing is a test that makes the program to fail and verifies that recovery is properly done or not. That means during the recovery testing, the software test engineers intentionally, forcibly, they will try to fail that program, or they will crash that computer, or they will crash that application, and then they will verify whether the recovery is happening properly or not. Right? And the recovery is the ability to restart the operations after the integrity of the application has been lost. That means at what point your system has crashed, and once you reopen that application, whether that application is getting opened at the point where you got that integrity lost. That is called recovery. Right? So the process normally involves reverting to a point where the integrity of the system is known, and then reprocessing the transactions up until the point of failure. That means where you lost that integrity, at which point you lost the integrity, from that point itself the system has to process. That is called the recovery testing. For the recovery testing also, the software test engineers, they will design this the test cases separately. Okay? So during the recovery testing, what the software test engineers are supposed to do? So they have to see whether an adequate amount of backup data are preserved after the system crashes or halts. Once the system crashes, that amount of the backup data is preserved properly or not, and is backup data stored in a secured location or not, are the recovery procedures documented and usable or not. See, there will be some procedures for the recovery. All the procedures for the recovery should be documented properly. Right? These 3 points you are supposed to concentrate during the recovery testing. Right? This is a very important type of testing. The next is security testing. See, the picture itself explains you the security. That means, with respect to these applications, the software test engineers has to test how securely that application is designed and developed in order to secure that application. Right? Security testing is also one type of testing. During the system testing, the software test engineers will do this security testing. Even for the security testing also, the software test engineers has to design a separate test cases. Now see, what do you mean by security testing? Testing how well the system protects against the unauthorized internal or external access, willfully, that is intentionally or deliberately damages, etc. So these points you have to concentrate. See, for example, during the security testing, the software test engineers are supposed to concentrate more on authorization and privileges and encryption and decryption and hacking. What do you mean with authorization? So, for example, if and only if you are having the authorization credentials, or if and only if you are a registered user, then only you will be able to enter, or then only you will be able to log into this application. If and only if the user is an authorized user, then only the user will be able to use that application. This is called authorization. So here, just I am giving only the outline. So how this authorization testing will be done? So authorization testing is nothing but a part of the security testing. As a software test engineer, you have to try to log into this application by using the authorized credentials. When you will get these authorized credentials? If and only if you are the registered user. Yes or no? And yes, make sure that after entering the valid authorized credentials, then user should be able to log in successfully. And who are said to be an unauthorized users? Those who are not registered. That means just you give the randomly, just you give that user ID and the password, junk values, and try. Are you able to log into this application or not? This is authorization testing. And the privileges. See, there may be some thousands of, hundreds of, lakhs of users will be there. Authorized users will be there. All these authorized users will not have the privileges. That means only some people will have their privileges. For example, say, if system admin is there or database administrator is there, these database administrators or the system administrators, they will have the high privileges. They can access anything in the application. But as a normal user, you won't have those privileges. That even the defined privileges are also supposed to be tested during the security testing. Right? So the people who are having these privileges, they will have the separate credentials, registered credentials. Right? Encryption and decryption. What do you mean by encryption? If you are entering the data, that data should be displayed in the encrypted form. For example, you are entering the password. While entering the password, you might have observed that entered password characters are shown in the star mark, in the star symbol. That is called encryption. That means it is a coded one. Encryption is nothing but coded data. Decryption means opposite to the encryption. That is decoding. Coding, decoding. So, whether all the secured data which you are entering in this application should be displayed in the encrypted form or not, that you have to do testing. And hacking. That means you might have come across so many issues with the hackers. So that application should be designed. For example, if it is a financial application, if you take any banking application, that banking application should be designed in such a way that, see here, the banking application should be designed in such a way that it should be able to protect the hacking issues. That means the firewall should be designed properly, and a built-in firewall should be there, antivirus software should be there, and everything, all the security issues should be properly designed in order to prevent the hacking. Right? All these four criteria you have to concentrate during security testing. See, test whether all the security procedures are correctly and properly implemented in the application or not. During designing and developing the application, all the security procedures should be properly implemented. And the security testing attempts to verify that the protection mechanisms built into a system will in fact protect it from the proper penetration. Penetration means entering into this application. That is nothing but hackers. What they will do? Improper penetration. They will enter into the application forcibly. Intentionally, they will try to damage. Right? And during the security testing, password cracking, unauthorized entry into the software, network security are all taken into consideration. Right? This is about security testing. So please subscribe my channel, share my videos to all the students and the students community group, those who are trying for the job in the IT industry, and also like my sessions, and please post your comments on my sessions. Thank you.